Good evening and bloody welcome to Summer Night Murder Mystery Sinking Island. So let's continue where we left off, and it was in the workshop. I found some kind of machine and some tools, so let's take a look on this machine and see if I can do anything with it, with the tools that I found. And it was welding gloves, blowtorch, welding goggles and a screwdriver. So I'm gonna use the screwdriver and see if I can be able to unscrew the bolts.
Nope.
I cannot do that. And I'm not surprised, because using a screwdriver to unscrew bolts is pretty much impossible. So let's see if I can use the blowtorch.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Okay then, so I don't know what I should do. Well, let's talk to... yeah. Let's... that didn't sound good. Was that thunder, or was that the hotel which is sinking into the ocean? I'm not sure I want to know actually. Let's talk to... well, let's take a look if I can interact with something in here. No, I don't seem to be able to do that. Nothing on the floor. No. Let's head over this way. And if I don't find anything that I can... telephone is ringing.
Hello? Huron? Huron Nex? I'm sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Okay, and you? Oh, okay. How so, exhibit in another gallery? Wait, Huron? No. No. But, Huron, let me remind you that we signed a contract. But you can't do this to me. Yes. No? Everything's ready. The catalog, the posters, the press packets, the cocktail. Only your canvases still have to get to the gallery in a week. You don't care? Super. What? Ah, he hung up on me. What a jerk!
Yeah, what a jerk. I have no idea what that phone call was about though. Well, I kinda do. It was some artist who cancelled his exhibition, I guess. Let's talk to her about that.
I'm listening, Inspector.
Excuse me, I am distracted. I have what I need.
Not.
See you later.
So let's speak to Lorenzo
Fear I
again
won't further your
and
investigation,
see
Inspector, but tell me anyway.
can
Excuse me, I am distracted. I have what I need.
We
See you later.
So, okay. Okay. I don't know what I should do now. I guess I should go and talk to Baina, because in the previous episode it turned out that she was the one who pushed Walter Jones off the cliff. According to Lorenzo, that is. Let's see where this store leads. I would guess it's into the stairway, yeah. So let's head up to the 18th floor. Okay. I'm at the heliport. I think there isn't anything to do here. It's a garden here. No. I cannot interact with anything. No. Let's head back inside then. Well, let's go this way. Actually, well, before I have already been here, so before I head any further, let's see if there are any characters on the 18th floor. So Hubert Noland is in the library in suite 151. No, he's in the library, but his suite is 151. Yeah, so I think that the library is on this floor, isn't it? Think so. So Marco is in his and Christina's suite. Baina is on the beach. Lorenzo, which we just saw, is in the technical workshop. Clara is in hers and Billy's suite. Christina is in her and Marco's suite. Coolio is with Baina in their hut on the beach. And then we got Sonia, which is in the technical workshop where we just came from. Then we got Martin, he's on the heliport. You see? It says so right there, but I didn't see him. Billy is in the lounges, and of course Walter Jones is dead on the beach, on the under the cliffside there. So yeah, that was all. Let's see if we can find Martin then. Maybe, just maybe I can walk down this path right here. And I got a staircase and an elevator there. Okay, nothing else to do right here. That's the reception desk, I should guess. So let's set up the stairs and see if we can find Martin. Let's head out this way. I think this is the heliport actually, because it is a big H on it. And there is Martin, so let's go and talk to him.
The interview can start, Inspector.
Okay, so good.
Sorry, but I understand nothing about architecture. I would like to have some things in this sketchbook explained.
I am a man of letters, Inspector. I'm not very practical-minded, and have even less talent as a Mr. Fix-It. I think you'd do better to ask the architect who designed the plans for this building.
Which we already have, so I'm unsure why Jack Norm finds it necessary to ask a question about architecture which he have already asked the architect. Well, so yeah, that was pretty unnecessary.
What did Walter Jones tell you regarding his estate?
I'm scarcely under any illusions, Inspector. I don't think that my wife will inherit from her grandfather. Mr. Jones was a greedy and ungrateful character. It's a sad truth. Sonia would well deserve to inherit from him after everything he has put us through.
Okay.
This menu seems utterly appetizing. Tell me, what are we eating today?
I admit I'm not a lover of this kind of sophisticated cuisine, Inspector.
So Martin seems to be a douche. He doesn't like fine cuisine.
This tower on this wild island, far from everything. Isn't it madness?
If I had been in charge of promoting this hotel, I would definitely have chosen a sales brochure that was less flashy, Inspector. It is pretentious and ridiculous. It's brash to tell you what I really think. But it seems to work on you, Inspector.
Okay, so I said in a previous episode that I find Martin somewhat anonymous, but I take that back. He seems to be a douche.
What luxury. For some, the world is all roses. But where did the staff go? I don't see them.
I don't know, and to tell you the truth, I don't care. And what's more, Mr. Jones was extremely rich. He did whatever he fancied with his money, after all.
If Noland is to be believed, the young Baina literally cast a spell on Walter Jones. What do you know about this?
How would I know that? The girl is very pretty. That must have been enough.
Okay.
So, tell me a little about Billy.
I'm afraid my brother-in-law has put himself in a tough spot, Inspector. He is compromising his career by gambling in a totally irrational manner.
What can you tell me about Clara?
I appreciate Billy's wife. She is charming, even if her conversations are rather limited, one has to admit.
Surely.
Okay, so I got some new statements. Let's head back inside and see if we can find the library, which might be up here. No, there's a bar here. I don't think there is anything here that I can interact with though, because I have been here before and it wasn't anything that I could interact with then, and there's still nothing that I can interact with. Well, and actually let's see if we can head back this way. We can, but no, it's no good. No good at all. Well, I can head this way, but it's still no good. Okay, no. So let's head back and look for the library. I don't believe that there is anything that I can do in the lounges here. Well, I can walk that way, but I don't think that will do much. No. Just in case, let's walk over here as well, but no, I don't think there is anything this way, no. Okay, so let's get to the elevator and see if we can find the library, because I think that there are some floors above this floor right here, and yeah, there are. I'm on floor 19 right now, so let's get to floor 20. So We are on the 20th floor, and let's see if there is anyone home.
I need a key to open that door.
Okay, I don't have a key, but I do have a screwdriver.
I can't do this. This does not work. It's impossible.
Okay then.
Nope.
So I do have a blowtorch, but I don't think that is the answer.
No, this is not possible.
Well, it was worth a try at least. So there isn't anyone here, and I can't do anything at all. So let's head back into the elevator and head up to the 21st floor. So, is this the library?
That's okay. Come in, please.
Yes, it is. So, there is Hubert Noland. I can't interact with anything. And if I try to... Well, what is that?
Books on very different subjects. In English, in German, in French. There's a Spanish one here. It's strange for someone as organized as Walter Jones.
I must
Okay.
insist you stop, Inspector Norn. You know very well you're not authorized by the law to conduct this sort of search.
Yeah. I have looked here before, and I am not able to click right here, if I recall correctly.
I must insist you stop, Inspector Norn. You know very well you're not authorized by the law to conduct
Yeah,
this sort of
so I have a theory, as I mentioned in an earlier episode, that maybe there is a hidden door here somewhere that is controlled by placing books in the correct order. Or maybe I'm just far off. And I cannot head into this door either.
I must insist you stop, Inspector Norn. You know very well you're not authorized by the law to conduct this sort of search.
Yeah, I guess I am. Or maybe not, because after all, it is a murder investigation. So shouldn't I be able to visit rooms in order to find clues? I don't know. So I find Hubert Noland a little suspicious. So let's talk to him.
I just have some questions to ask you. What did Walter Jones tell you regarding his estate?
Walter Jones led me to believe that he wanted to make up with his grandchildren. He loved them despite all their deceptions. And he wanted the succession of the estate to pass smoothly.
This menu seems utterly appetizing. Tell me, what are we eating today?
I don't know anything. To my deep regret, the chief French cook left us. What a rare pearl. An artist.
This tower on this wild island, far from everything. Isn't it madness?
That's true, but this brochure was useless. I told Walter that it was very expensive, considering the use it was put to.
What luxury. For some, the world is all roses. But where did the staff go? I don't see them.
There's no place for this document anymore, as I was obliged to fire the staff of the tower. It's become a little surrealist, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Perhaps.
So, tell me a little about Billy.
Billy's a complex and tortured creature, Inspector. He's a pathological gambler. He drinks too much, for sure, but he's intelligent and spirited.
What can you tell me about Clara?
I hold Claire in great esteem, Inspector. It's amazing, but she always makes me think of Anna Jones, the deceased wife of Walter. The same kindness, the same finesse.
Thanks. We're sure to meet again.
Okay, he's not the first one to like Clara. So, I couldn't talk to Hubert about what happened on the beach, but I think that I can hear his declarations again. So let's... what kind of declaration should I use? I should use... let's take a look on this one right here. Okay, Nolan saw Baina and Lorenzo outside last night. Nolan says that Baina had a hold over Walter Jones. Nolan believes Lorenzo to be totally incompetent and then some. Okay. Nolan clearly saw Lorenzo running from the Belvedere last night. Okay. I just noticed that the progress bar is filled up now. So that means that I got all the evidence that I need in order to place this piece of the puzzle. Who was at the Belvedere of the Tortoise on the night of Walter Jones' death? So clearly it was Lorenzo. Where do we have Lorenzo? Here he is. I'm gonna take that away. And I'm gonna use Lorenzo did see Nolan on the night of Walter Jones' death. Lorenzo affirms that he saw everything and that Walter Jones tried to attack Baina. Lorenzo talks about the accident that made Baina mute. Okay, so let's place... Lorenzo did see Nolan on the night of... Let's listen to this statement right here.
I now remember that I ran into him at the foot of the tower when I went back up after having tried to gather the lobster traps. He was in quite a rush and he didn't even say hello.
Okay. So... let's place that right there. And... what statements does Nolan have? Let's take a look on them. Nolan clearly saw Lorenzo running from the Belvedere last night. Okay. Nolan saw Baina and Lorenzo outside last night. Okay. Collio spent the evening in his hut with his daughter, but that's not totally true, because it seems that Baina was at the scene of the murder, and it seems like she is in fact the actual murderer. I don't think that... No, Martin doesn't have any declarations that is worth using. So... Lorenzo did see Nolan on the night. Nolan clearly saw Lorenzo. Nolan saw Bain and Lorenzo. Let's take away the declaration from Coolio and, well, what other declaration does he have? Nah, I'm gonna use Lorenzo's declaration about that this one, number 6. Lorenzo affirms that he saw everything and that Walter Jones tried to attack Baina. Well, let's listen to it.
I'm not taking you for a ride. Well, let's see. Well, it is true that I was hiding in the rocks. On leaving the restaurant with Mr. Jones, I knew that he was going to meet Baina, and I hated seeing her with him. I said goodbye to Jones under the pretext that I absolutely had to collect the lobster pots that had been damaged by the storm the previous night. I took the elevator to go down to the first floor lobby, and then I ran to the Belvedere. I followed Walter Jones on the dirt path of the Tortoise Belvedere. Then I hid in the rocks from where I saw him stop under the arbor, which was lit, not far from the cliff. It's the place where Baina meets Jones. Baina, who had seen Jones, joined him, and she walked behind his wheelchair. When they arrived at the edge of the cliff, Jones harassed Baina, who pushed him to defend herself. Well, I saw the wheelchair lurch forward and then teeter over the edge. Then I got out of my hiding place and I went close to the edge of the cliff, and I saw Jones inert in his wheelchair amidst the rocks. His head was covered with blood, and I thought that he was dead. I immediately came back to try to reassure poor Baina. Then I quickly left the place for fear of being seen. I went back up to my studio. Let me confide something in you, Norm. I'm ashamed I left without informing anyone. I only wanted to protect Baina and not get mixed up in all this.
Yeah, so that confirms that Baina were at the crime scene. And he also claims that he saw Baina commit the murder, more or less. So I think that the declarations I got now is the ones that tells the most about who were at the scene of the murder. So let's take a look on the evidence. We got the scrap of Lorenzo's jacket. It's a piece of cloth. So that places Lorenzo at the scene of the crime. Then we got Walter Jones' face, which is scratched. And Baina's broken fingernail is embedded in his face. Then we got Baina's fingerprint all over the wheelchair. Then we got tracks from Hubert and Nolan under the arbor, and then we got the beads from Baina's necklace. So all this is evidence of whom were at the scene of the murder. I think so, at least. So let's confirm all these evidence.
The clues do not match.
There is something missing then. The clues didn't match. Why is that? Lorenzo saw Nolan on the night of Walter Jones' death. Nolan saw Lorenzo. Nolan saw Baina and Lorenzo. And Lorenzo affirms that he saw everything and that Walter Jones tried to attack Baina. Okay, the evidence, the scrap of cloth, places Lorenzo at the scene, near the scene. Then we got Baina's broken fingernail that is embedded in Walter Jones' face. So that places Baina at the crime scene. Then we got her fingerprint on Walter Jones' wheelchair. Then we got Hubert Nolan's shoes, prints from his shoes, which places him at the scene. And then we got the beads from Baina's necklace that was found on the Tortoise Belvedere. What kind of clue am I missing? What kind of clue am I missing? I think that I got the essential clues placed right here. But no. I am stuck. According to the progress bar, I got everything that I need in order to solve this piece of the puzzle, but I do not have the correct solution. What am I missing? Well, you know what? I have to think about this. I really have to think about this in order to find out what I'm missing. It is something, but I don't know what. So I'm gonna have to end this episode right here and continue with the investigation next time. But until then, thank you so much for watching and have a good night.